Hi, Aquarius. Are you hanging in there all right? I respect Aquarians so much because when you guys get going, you don't stop despite how you may feel. Like when you sit there for a long time, it kind of makes things worse. So staying productive is key, especially right now because with all this stuff happening in the world, it's quite easy to spiral. And when you have your family around and loved ones, that's what really keeps us going, especially during this time. Even the loners, the lone wolf Aquarius is out there, as long as you have someone you love in mind, it can really fuel so much. And also, prioritize and get stuff done, and we'll make it through this, okay? So I have pretty high hopes for the Aquariuses, and just don't forget to move around. All right, so give us the current energy, October 2025 for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's Libra season, it's air, I see that the Empress wants to come out, but not quite, because you gotta keep moving. I need to get new cards soon, because these are so sticky. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, current energy for October. And best believe that, yeah, definitely having the need to, take a look at this guy. He's got a wrap on his head. He's freaking exhausted. It'd be so easy to just sit, curl up in a ball, and not do anything. But you know that you can't do that. But prioritize, and try to not lose sight of what's important. I feel like it's depressing, energy, depressing times. And what do we have to live for, I think when we can go out and have a good time and also just work and school, perchance, getting stuff done, being structured, which I know Aquariuses are so out of the box, they don't want to stay structured, but I feel like that's the best way to cope during this time. What is the conscious energy of Aquarius right now? Their behavior. The world, not the world card necessarily, but the world is, it's easy to get, we scroll and we see these upsetting videos, and we just want to find the weird videos, the ones that are so strange and abnormal and make us laugh, because laughter is the best medicine. But it's kind of hard to laugh lately. It feels wrong to laugh when it's chaos. It's utter chaos and destruction in the world. Yes, there's so much beauty to the world and traveling, can be really beneficial, especially with loved ones and family. And if you're raising a family, you just want to focus on raising a good person in this world. Yeah. And some unconscious energy. Yeah, when I see Ace of Swords, it's like sharp with your thoughts, new ideas coming in, new ways to communicate, maybe with the loved ones around you or within work or school or any institution you're dealing with. Got to come in kind of hot, a little sharp, but you know what? That's why we need Aquarians in this world. Oh my goodness, that hurts my heart so much. The unconscious vibe is stress. In a way, I'm glad this is not the, conscious vibe, but also when we address the stress and bring that into consciousness, that will help us move through this energy. So what is the past for Aquarius? Maybe recent past. Things are always changing and moving. I mean, this reading could resonate with you today, and then tomorrow, time for a new reading, So that's how quick things move, especially right before Scorpio season. You never know. Scorpio season is right around the corner. What, we have like a week, a little over a week until we move into Scorpio season. And a lot of things are in Scorpio. Mars is going into Scorpio. Too much. Just one card for the past. I know there's a lot of past to uncover all the time, but what is the past card that's going to help us figure out the outcome for this month? The only thing in the past. Because, I mean, we just had the Aries full moon. It's like, I don't want anyone reminiscing in the past, right? I mean, of course we do, because we grow and we can learn from the past. So it's definitely necessary, but I feel like, yeah, that wants to come out, the 5, but it didn't fully come out, so I'm not going to take it. But we have the 5 of Cups, so maybe in the past you're focused on the empty cups instead of the cups that were standing. The abundance that was there. Maybe we're putting our focus on the wrong thing and just focusing on the loss, which is so easy to do. I mean, we're only human. All right, this one fully came out. Oh, maybe you were focused on the past that was so bright and you had it all, and now you're like, I don't know. Maybe you feel like, did you give all that work for nothing? Are you like you put all this energy into this creative project, and now it's like you're starting over? Yeah, you want to sit still. You want to sit still while that sword's coming at you. But you're at the church, What are you doing that's likely unsuccessful right now? Likely unsuccessful. Woo! And now you just kind of want to relax. But like when you do relax, you're like, oh, I got this and this and this to do. And you just got to prioritize. Do the things that are going to bring you the most joy. in the moments of sorrow. Two can be true. You can be having a good time in this present moment, but then also be sad simultaneously. And maybe you're looking out and you're just like, what else is there for me right now? You know, and maybe you're stuck. I don't really get too much stuck energy. There's a lot of swords, there's movement somewhat, you know, and maybe you're looking out and you're looking towards the future and you're like, what next? What next? Always on the move. My beautiful cousin, who is an Aquarius, she is constantly on the move, on the grind, taking care of her kid, raising her kid, homeschooling her kid, traveling with her husband and child, and just on the move. And you know what? Sometimes that can be the best thing. Okay. A lot of wand energy. Maybe you feel a little burdened with overwhelm. In the end, you hope for this abundance and this emotional satisfaction. And you want more inspiration. So that's fascinating. You know, you've got, I would say, working on the grind, right? But I feel like it's very emotional and mental for you right now. And you're hoping, and I think it will happen. You know, the universe is, I love the aces, right? You got two aces. I mean, you do also have a lot of desire to create, and maybe it's stressful because maybe you're not able to spend time on creation when you're just, you got to prioritize, right? I just keep hearing priority, priority, like priority mail, priority. You have that power that so many other signs lack. The power of thoughts, the power of words, the power of creation. And you've created so much. You've started projects, paused on projects, started more projects, carried on projects for others, and others may have not seen you or been appreciative of what you've done for them. Constantly looking out for what's next in the future, like what am I going to create next? What is going to be created for me? And I think the biggest obstacle so many Aquariuses have is staying in the box in order to create space for creativity. Because Aquariuses don't want to be restrained, at least not the ones that I know. My father is also an Aquarius, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and he's all about the conspiracy theories of the government. You know, he's always just like, no, 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 they're following me. They're, you know, and you know, I always have to believe him just because I'm the daughter and I'm going to support him. I'm not going to like shut him down, but he has not had the easiest time working the system because you know the system is broken in so many ways. So like when we see the biggest obstacle being the Hierophant, it's taking that wisdom and utilizing it in a productive way, in a very secure and sacred way. And it's just this beautiful knowledge that we get. But I think the problem is finding that structure and prioritizing certain things. You may feel like you're stuck and just stressed out and you don't know what to do. And all you really want is to create and to live abundantly with your loved ones. And, maybe you're reminiscing on the good times in the past. I mean, maybe there are some parts of your past that were just so beautiful. And now you're like, did I do that for nothing? And I think that your brain is beautiful. I think you've got a beautiful, beautiful mind. And even like tapping into your energy for this reading, it may be chaotic internally, but so composed. You guys can stay so composed and come off as so solid for being air. Having your crap together in so many ways. And maybe, you left certain beautiful things behind because you wanted to grow. You wanted to be near people who you've known for a long time, and you want to stay with these people who make you feel secure. I don't blame you. And even just the thought of them. Just be careful with your thoughts, and try to not think too much. Instead, do and create and keep moving, do some writing, read more books if you're going to be laying there. Don't let your mind spiral out of control. Especially, when you reminisce and you're nostalgic all the time. I mean, people are so in love with nostalgia. When you do that, it takes away from your present moment and remembering that you have built things and things happen for a reason. You had to leave some of those things you built, and it wasn't all for nothing. It was for something. And you guys have beautiful souls that just want to evolve. All right, let's pull an animal spirit card for you. Animal spirit for the Aquarius, for the Aquarian peoples. And I'm very Neptunian, so these readings are interesting to be doing because it is adapting to certain energies, and people are like haters, on things, but that's the beauty of humanity, right? You can't have the love without the hate. What is the perfect animal card totem for my Aquarian peeps? Every time we say goodbye, I cry a little. Every time you say goodbye, I wonder why a little. Yeah, I'm getting teary-eyed just because it's like, I know so many Aquariuses are just like, I'm not gonna cry right now. I'm good. I'm gonna save that for later. And they don't let themselves cry, and that's fine. I'm a water sign, so I just let it out. But I just got an overwhelming sad feeling. Like, wow, why are the tears coming out now? Okay, sorry. Okay, moth. Moth is impulsive, hasty, and wishful. The moth is sure the grass greener on the other side. Moth energy is at play when we're attracted to easy solutions or anything
quote unquote shiny and new. This can lead to unfinished projects, disappointment, or burnout. It's helpful to remind moth personalities that life is complex. No matter the illusion, no one is exempt from the trials and tribulations of this great journey. Practicing life as an infinite mystery rather than wishing it was easier or different. When the moth is in balance, they're enthusiastic and whimsical, and when they're out of balance, they idealize others and they're jittery. And to bring into balance, finish a project. And that kind of reminds me of the first card we pulled, which was the Nine of Wands, when you're just like, all these projects I've created, and there are some you can finish. And I'm sorry I got emotional. I don't know why. It's not necessarily like a sadness, more just like a longing. But anyways, you beautiful Aquarians, I'm gonna come back mid-month and do some love readings specifically. And it's funny because it's just like, when I think of Aquarius, they are just so individual to me. Like, they're these own entities. And maybe during Libra season, it's a little harder and a little lonely. So, yeah, focus on your pets. And whenever you see a moth, let that be that switch for you to come back to the present moment. And don't fantasize too much about other people. Like, I mean, fantasize all you want, but I mean, idealize in your fantasies, because sometimes we can just be in love with the idea of someone. And yeah, we've been there. I'm a Vedic Aquarius rising, okay? I get you. I love you and take care.